we're going to have finished off. I don't know whether you can see the shelves. And it's got a hole in the ceiling and the pipes are exposed. The pipes are exposed and we've got bad shelves. So we're going to finish this closet off. Alright, we're coming down the hall and going into what is now the master bedroom. It has a ceiling fan with a light and then floral border windows. 3 windows here, 3 windows here. There's the bathroom, and that's a closet. View from the center of the room. This was Sally's dressing area over here. It's got a window in it, and it's got a closet. Don't know what we're going to do with this yet. Wallpaper's at Blue Waverly. This was the closet. Shelving, not too bad. Okay, going into the bathroom. I don't think any of these light fixtures were the originals. Bathtub, commode, sink that we like. Okay, this is just dressing area. And then a mirror. I'm going to retile. I don't know what we're doing with this. And this was Father Lambert's closet, or one of them. I don't think I showed you the other one. It was in the other bedroom. Or actually it was in the study, what's going to be the study. Original doorknobs, original bevel glass, utility closet out here in the hall. It's going to be finished off. See, it's in bad shape. It goes way up. This is the stairway upstairs. Going into the kitchen. The kitchen has been redone, but we are going to, of course, paint and redo the floor. This is white with green ivy. This is the original cabinet work over here. And shutters. We're going to have plantation shutters. Alright, let me get the focus. Okay, there we go. Uh-oh. Okay, alright. These cabinets are really in good shape. We're going to have them painted. The counters are in pretty good shape. We'll get a new microwave. But we're not real excited about the green tile. Love the window, and this is where they added on to the kitchen, added that little sink area there and more cabinet space. Okay. Now we're going back up the stairs. Okay, upstairs. There's Tom taking pictures. Hall. Let me get this. The floor is a wood floor, but it's a different kind of a wood floor. This is going to be a bedroom. Very small bedroom. Got very light blue walls. Ceiling fan, we're going to fix that. We're going to remove that. Just put wooden blinds up here. Again, original door hardware. You see the floors? Okay. This is what was originally, huh? Okay, this is bright yellow. It's a closet, good sized closet. These cabinets over here, we're going to change the hardware, we're going to keep the cabinets. Got the air conditioning unit up here, we're going to take that out. Okay, that door goes to the attic. It has a, I don't know whether this is hot. It's the attic. There's a closet right there. Lots of storage space. Tons of storage space. Nice closet. I'm going to recarpet that. Finish it off a little nicer. Now this is what we don't know what we're going to do with all this. Closet Solutions did these cabinets. They've just been done. This floor will be taken up. This bathroom has a shower stall. Gross. It's Tom checking things out. Sink, okay. Mirror, light fixture maybe. Wallpaper goes. Okay, going back into this is the mystery room. We don't know what we're going to do with this. This is where they originally had a washer and dryer. As you can see, it needs to be fixed. We're going to cap it off and try to move the washer and dryer downstairs. Okay, that leads to the more floor space for storage in the attic. And this carpet will be taken up. And this wallpaper removed. Sally had this as a sewing room. And she had her sewing machine there. And this is all going to be redone. Maybe for a closet, maybe for an extra little baby bedroom. This is more storage. Cover all this up. Lots of shelves. Back in the kitchen.
We need to measure that microwave when we get up to the cabin and see how big it is.
Okay.
But
This is. I'll be right back.
bye.
Okay, this is going out. The back door. That right there is the original sidewalk that led from the St. James main school building to the little cabin. I think that's honeysuckle. It's so pretty out here, but we need to do a lot of work. This is a little porch, little arbor. Hot tub. Garage. Fountain. A white picket fence. I want to keep the fence. The back of the house. There's a bunch of rosemary right there. This is the way it looks before we start working on it. We wanted a before and an after. This is the dog pen Father Lambert had. This right here off the dog pen is it's another little storeroom, workshop, whatever. Wood pile. Rose garden. All this we're going to have to level and re-landscape. Little St. Francis of Assisi. His head's not attached. We're going to have to glue his head on. So underneath the house. This right here is going to have to be fixed. This little sidewalk is made of cobblestones. This is where we're thinking about adding on. I don't know whether this will be happening or not, but that's the master bedroom and the 2 bathrooms. And this really serves no purpose. Father Lambert had his canoe and he had a little garden out here. But this is kind of dead space. And this is where we keep all the garden tools that needs to be fixed, because as you can see it's rotted, the roof's rotted. And there's a potter's bench. Lots of brick on the other side. Okay, coming out. Backyard into the front of the house. And these beds just have rose bushes in them. That was left in the garden, in the rose bush. And this is back in the front of the house. So we will see. We'll have this is the before, and we will definitely do an after. Fence and trellis. I don't know what they were growing. I think some sort of a climbing rose bush. But I'm sure that will come down. Okay, I'm trying to show you a pocket door. This is off the TV room. Can't see it. It's too dark. And I don't think you can see that pocket door for some reason. Oh! I'm not going to tell you what I was doing. I forgot to take the lens cover off. That's the pocket door, the socket door off the TV room. Those are the curtains that they left.
On Summer Hill Road, we've just crossed over I-30, and we're going to be heading north towards the property, and that American flag is on the dash, so it's sort of in the way. But we ought to be there in just a few minutes. There's the green light. We are at the property. You can't see the stakes up ahead, but it's about 720 feet ahead. And as we go around to the east, there are trees, and the trees are all lining the lake, the 2.5 acre lake that's on our property. This is the old fence line, and you can see as the fence line goes along Dogwood Lake Drive, and there is the gate where we just came in. There's our other property, one of our property markers. He is waving at us as he walks towards the pond, and here we go off to the pond. I'm going to have to stop recording because I can't walk and do this at the same time. You can start to see the pond. A big blue heron just flew up as we walked up close to it. The dam that makes it into a pond is where Johnny is standing, and we'll be walking in that direction. But as you can see, it's a beautiful pond, and there are actually several very nice building sites around it. We'll continue down the dam. About, as you can see from the time, it's late in the afternoon, so we're going to be losing our light. But this is a great shot, I hope, of the pond as Mr. Harrison continues to walk ahead. And we'll head in that direction too. And this is where most of the deer travel. Here is looking back towards the west at the pond. This property's been used pretty much to raise horses. There are some lawn chairs. Johnny's going to sit down and enjoy himself as he views the pond. Wave to the camera, dear. Ah, yes, just a scenic spot. As on the property, not a lot, but a few. And the great big oak trees that you see are just about on the property line. The sun is getting ready to set, so I don't know if we can see any of this at all. But the pond is in there. We're up on a little hillside that's the east side of the property. Oh, that looks a lot better, I think. This again is some of the trees. That big oak tree is just about on the property line. As we look out towards the east, now we're looking towards the north. There's Mr. Harrison walking through the property. And I'm standing just about what might be the building site we decide to use. Don't know, haven't made a final decision on that yet. And I'm trying to look towards the pond, but I don't think you're going to be able to see. There, you can see some of the pond from here. Yeah, you can see a little bit of it in there. I think it'd be a lovely, lovely place to build a home. Pretty nice shot. This is where a little bit on the northeast, I guess, east by northeast edge of the pond. As you can see, the sun's fixing to set. And that gives you maybe a fair idea. On the northern edge of the property, where those trees are back there, is the northern edge. And as we go around, Mr. Harrison is walking kind of northwest. The pond would be to my left. About 300 yards away from the northern feet away from the northern boundary of the property line. And you can see the pond in here as we go through. The northeastern corner of the property, and it doesn't run along the fence line, but it runs just barely into that tree line along there. So some of those trees are ours, not all of them. That big oak is probably just about on our property line. And as I continue to go around, I'm looking towards the west. We see that stake, that's the northwest corner of the property, and there's the new house our neighbor's building. And primarily what you're seeing now is his property. Just right in the forefront would be ours as we move along the western edge. And there's Mr. Harrison walking back towards the southwestern stake, which is right down in that direction where our car is. And the pond would be in these trees back to my left over here. I'll continue to go around and moving, I'm on the north edge of the property towards the eastern edge which would be about 340 feet to due east of here. That big tree is just about on our property line. And is off to the right here in this picture, and this just shows you how a lot of the property sort of slopes down towards the pond. I'm looking east now, and this is will be another nice little place to build a house. Probably wouldn't have a real good view of the pond, but it's certainly a nice spot, kind of ringed by trees. Just about on the west boundary of the property line, that's the south flag over there where you saw the car. This is where the property runs along Dogwood Lake Drive. This is where the trees start that are kind of ringing the lake. As you can see, we have a mixture of pine trees and oak trees primarily. And I'm swinging the camera around to the north. Again, the trees are continuing. And there you can see the flag on the northwest corner. From the property line, and I don't know if you can make out the water in there, but the pond's down in there. And Mr. Harrison is walking up in this direction, this little horse trail going down. Pond again. Down in there, I'm looking towards the east at the pond. It's getting to be dark. I'm not going to be able to see too much of it. The pond. And I'm pretty much looking south at the moment, and I'm on the west side of the pond. You can see a car going along Dogwood Lake Drive. And here's I'm looking towards the east. Right up there is what we talked about as possibly being a nice little building site. And there's the pond again. Trying to walk around and kind of give you a better feeling for the pond and the nice trees that are around it. I think it'll be a nice spot to have a house. Looking at our house, 2910 Wood Street, 2-story brick house. We have our Christmas lights out on. The corner is right here on the right. And there's the house. So now we're going to go over and go in. At the front door, which has some nice bevel glass in it, and in the side lights, and in the transom over it. And we have our Christmas lights out here. So let's just go in the front door. The little entry table that goes through to the breakfast room and French doors outside. Here's the stairwell that goes up upstairs. Here we have the dining room. It's a rather large room. Has our table in it, dining room table. Well, that makes sense. Of course it does. I'm trying to kind of zoom out so that you can see it a little better, but I don't know if that's working. That's one of the 4 fireplaces in the house. And as we walk through the dining room, whoops, had a little boom there, we go into the sunroom, which, as you see, is currently being used as an exercise room. There's one of the other exterior doors in the house. The light's coming from the kitchen, and here's another one of the fireplaces. So we'll go back into the living room. From the living room, the dining room. From the dining room, here's my beautiful mirror that I've not been able to hang. One day I will. It's about 6 feet tall. here we're going into the kitchen. The kitchen is going to be painted. I haven't painted it yet. And here we have Mr. Harrison in the kitchen. Wave, Mr. Harrison.
Hello.
He's
hello.
making chicken shish kebabs. The kitchen has been remodeled, so it's one of the nicer rooms in the house. There's a little bar area here, and room for glasses. I'm going to stop just a second. Kitchen, there's a little half bath in here, just a little spot, all the necessary things in here. From there, you can go through to the rather messy utility room, but at least it's a big room, has lots of room for everything and lots of windows. So now we're going to head around, go back through the kitchen. Mr. Harrison is going to wave at us one more time as we go by.
Hello, Bruce.
He has suggested I didn't have enough lights on in the dining room, so I have turned the overhead light on in the dining room. So there's the dining room. Try to ignore the boxes that we haven't put everything up yet. We're going back through the entry into the living room, rather large room. Has a nice fireplace, and we have a lot of furniture in this room, as you can see, in an attempt to get everything we own into this house. And as I go through the living room, there's the breakfast room, which I am going to be painting. There's the new rug that we bought in Austin, and I'm going to be painting the walls. I've taken the border off and be painting the walls to match a color, mustard color, in that rug. And then if we continue to go back through the living room, here is the library, which unfortunately has a bunch of boxes stacked in front of the fireplace in the library. But that's the door that goes outside to the portico where my car is parked. So now we're going to go back through the living room upstairs and do a real quick little walkthrough of the upstairs. It's a nice staircase. It's a nice view down into the entry as you go up the stairwell. And as you come upstairs, the little kind of nook and window has a desk in it. And then what we're using as, or would use as a guest room, haven't quite gotten everything put up, but this would be a little guest room, a place Mother will be able to stay when she comes for a visit. And we will just quickly pan by the dreaded navy blue bedroom, which has half of everything we own stacked in it. As you continue upstairs, there's a nice little landing, place for a chair and etarage, a little closet. We have what we are temporarily using, or using over here as an office space. We've painted this and put a desk in it, and this juts out over the front entry of the house. And then we go through into the room that we're using as our master bedroom. It's a nice sized room. I have absolutely no pictures hung yet, but if you ignore that, it's a nice room. And we go into what we call the dressing room. We have built the shelving unit and the clothes rods that you see here because there was not enough storage, not enough clothes, places to hang our clothes in this house. So we built those. There are little closets across the way, but they're pretty small. From there, we go into the very small, old, badly need to be redone bathroom. Has all the necessary equipment. There's the new sink we just had put in. And there's the terrible cabinet. And we would go right back out to where the little nook is that has the desk that could take us back downstairs again. That's the end.